Hey, you still letting negative people ruin your life, huh? Still letting them get under your skin, controlling your emotions, just making you feel all kinds of out of whack with yourself. Look, a negative person is gonna do their job, and they do their job very well. They be ready, on time, ready to clock in to piss you off. Let me tell you how to deal with these negative people, okay? The one thing a negative person can't stand is when a positive person stand their ground. They don't let them win. They do not let up. I've seen negative people get pissed because they can't have their way. They can't take my joy. They can't take away my happiness. They can't get me to stand outside of my character because I stood my ground. It's more easier said than done. But if you practice, you're going to get better at it. So this is the first thing. Identify when a person is just being negative. Watch out for things like being annoying. They will like make loud noises or look at you a certain way. Or they may do something very petty like take something off your desk at work. Little things like just to start off, just to tick you off. Number 2, they may talk about you behind your back. They figured if they can get enough people in on it, the greater the number, the greater the impact. I'll say they think. So you gotta be secure in yourself to know that it doesn't matter what anybody think of you. It's about what you think of your own self. Because if you believe in the person that you are, and if you worked hard to try to be the best that you can, or continuously striving to be the best that you can be, ain't nobody can take that away from you. So watch out for the little subtle things that they do. Watch out for people that they talk to and then they give you that side look. They let you know that they talking about you. But you gotta keep it cool. You gotta keep it easy, right? Number 3. Watch out for this, because number 3 is very important. A negative person, they're gonna come at you like disrespectfully. And it's like a boxing match, right? They're gonna keep throwing jabs. They're gonna see what lands, what misses. And they're gonna build on that. So they may do stuff like walk behind you a couple of times, make you feel uneasy. They might even bump into you, throw something at you. Like, if you're talking about adults, they could act like they straight up from high school. Now, nothing changed since high school. In fact, a lot of them probably was bullied in high school, and now their way of getting back at people is getting back at people in their adulthood, because they ain't had that power in high school. So now they feeling themselves. So just be mindful. They be on time, ready to clock in, I'm telling you. Now, a person like you who's trying to be a positive person, there's many things that you can do. One thing you can do is just simply ignore. You can ignore them. I'm gonna tell you, a bully or a negative person, they can't stand to be ignored. Act like they don't even exist. It's quite comical. It's hilarious. If they do something that you don't like, don't even let them see you sweat. Be unbothered. Because the moment you let them in, you're done. You done. Like, a lot of people was walking around with a chip on their shoulder from trauma, grief, loss. Living conditions is not where they would like it to be. Failing at stuff that they done tried. It could be a certain job or business that they tried to start up. But at the end of the day, you can't let that destroy you. They done probably tried to start a new job or a new business, or tried to like get into some type of hobby, having a hard time trying to perfect it. Whatever it is that they've been going through, you can't let that affect you. You got to be at the top of your game all the time. So ignore them. Remain unbothered. Know their devices that they try to put into play. Remember, the energy that you give out is going to affect you in the long run. So you don't give none at all. You may think you got things controlled when you like clap back, but no. Like as soon as you start arguing, you're releasing that energy, right? They're doing their job. You're not doing your job. So it's not them, it's you. You got to check in with you, because they doing what they supposed to do. Are you? Are you giving into what they want you to do? They literally are controlling you. They're controlling your mind. They're controlling your heart, your emotions. They're controlling your thoughts. And you're letting them win every single time. So many of us think that, to combat violence, we gotta be violent back. Nah. That's the wrong way to think about it. How you supposed to change folk if you being just like them? Nothing ever gets better doing that. How many of y'all can say that you've dealt with a negative person, right? And you just love them. You've been positive towards them. You showed them that although they treating you like dirt, you still treat them good. And then one day, they approach you differently than they usually do. They be like, hey, what's up? How you feeling today? Huh? Did they give you a gift? Did they just come to talk to you? Did they come and apologize? Or did they just simply stop? Because they start feeling bad. Like, man, I keep doing this person wrong. And every single day, this person still treat me with respect. Man, I feel bad. Like, I don't know why I kept trying to piss off this person and just do them wrong. That conviction, man, I'm telling you, that conviction can strike anybody. Now, there's some people, they ain't gonna never change. Don't get me wrong. Some people, they just will not change. But you don't know if they are or not. So you gotta stand up for what you believe in. If you're a positive person, stand on that. Don't sway over to being a negative person, letting that negative energy consume you. And now you are no different than the other person who's been doing you wrong the whole entire time. Every day you got to give yourself affirmation. You got to remind yourself who you are. You got to remind yourself that no matter what comes to me today, no matter what person, no matter what tragedy, no matter what bad news I get, I got to keep my joy. I got to keep being positive, because the moment you forget, the moment you allow that thought to not remain in your mind, it can happen just that quick. Just that quick. But that's okay. If you retaliate in a way that's not positive or good, that's okay. But you got to regroup after that. Remember, it's a process. It's a journey. It ain't going to happen overnight. But you got to be able to identify these people. A lot of people are going to test you. They don't even need a reason. Just wicked. Straight up of the devil. Just straight up wicked. Miserable in their own life. So now they're going to want to try to make another person miserable right along with them. That's all they know. That's all they can see. Sometimes negative people need to see different. Make them curious. Man, this person come every day, smile on their face, respectful, polite. Not a punk at all. You can stand 10 toes down on what, you let nobody get to you. You can speak your piece, speak your mind, and you can just be done with it. But how many of y'all can really do that and just keep it moving? Probably got to work at that. But sometimes you just need to show somebody that it's different. It's more to life, just being negative. It's more to life than just trying to start a fight with somebody, trying to steal from somebody, trying to beat up somebody, cussing them out, just straight up being nasty. A lot of people come from these environments at home, and then they bring this at-home behavior to work, to school, just being on the outside. You can go to Walmart one day and somebody could bring that there. There's no place exempt from it. So it's like, you got the power of yourself. You can't control what other people do, but you can control what you do. Control what you can do and forget the rest. So, just be mindful. Be intentional on your own behavior. And stop with the excuses. The excuses just be like, you're doing yourself a disservice if you pin everything on somebody else. It's like the hardest thing for some people to do was to look within. Like, you know what? Let me get my book, let me get a pen, and let me just start writing down all the negative things about me that is not cool. It's not cool. Let me jot down the cons. Before I get to the pros, let me get to the cons first. And then after you identify all of the cons that you can think about, then you get to the pros. Stuff that you do good, stuff that you're good at. This world ain't gonna get no better. I know. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna continue to get worse. But I don't mean that you gotta be worse right along with it. These evil times that we're living in, we need the most good that we can possibly get. Help us get to the day. But that's all I got for y'all today. We all go through it. We all know that one negative person. You ever heard of a negative Nancy? Look that up. But yeah, just be mindful of your own actions. And stop letting people get to you, man. What you gonna do? Fight the world? Everywhere you go? You gonna see a negative person, you gonna fight them? You might not make it back home that day. Sometimes the greatest form of fighting is just to walk away. You don't know how somebody feeling that day. Ready to risk it all. Ain't got nothing to live for. Looking for somebody just to give them that green light to do what it is that they already got in their mind to do. And then they meet you. Talking about, oh, they met the right one today. Yeah, they did. Because your ego and your pride just got all in your way. So, man, just let it go. Just let it be. Let this chapter of your life, let it be to let go. You got enough stuff that you got to deal with internally in your own household, your own relationships, the projects you're working on, goals you're trying to achieve. All of that energy that you got, put it towards the stuff that matter, not to these negative people. They just gonna drain you. Ain't worse being a drained, dried out, rotten person that everywhere they go, they just leave a trail of death. Man, it's crazy. But it starts with you. Be the change that you like to see. Whatever you can achieve it. Whatever you can't, like I said, let it be. You be better off. So next time, y'all take it easy. Be mindful, be aware, and give it your best as soon as you wake up every morning. All right? I love y'all. I'm out.